Good morning, Las Vegas. It's me, Michael Gorman, the editor-in-chief of Engadget. We're back live from the Engadget stage in the LVCC at CES 2016. And as always, I'm joined by managing editor Terrence O'Brien. What's up, Terry? How's it going?
Not much. You're a jerk.
And also managing editor Dana Woolman. Hey, Dana, how's it going?
I'm okay. How you doing?
You know, look good, feel good. So I'm doing all right. And lastly, Christopher Trout, the executive editor of Engadget. What's up, Christopher?
I don't know, man.
We're bringing a lot of energy. We got a massive crowd today.
We're all
Everybody is
day,
so
man.
into it right now.
I'm really feeling it.
Yeah,
if
I
you
can
can't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're all pretty beat down by now. No?
I don't know. I mean, we should be feeling better than we have all week.
Yeah.
Right?
But everybody else on this stage is like getting sick this week. I'm
Yeah.
the only one
Oh, no,
who's
I
managed
feel
to escape.
fine.
Oh,
to
you're
be
better.
fair,
Oh, do you?
The plague is gone.
That's good. So you just
Actually-
gave it to these two.
I have it
Yeah.
now, and she has it now.
He just sneezed on us one too many times.
Tough shit.
That's all right.
Thanks.
Or whatever.
Can we file an HR complaint for that? Is there like paperwork we can fill out or something?
That I got you sick?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, sneezing on us. I feel like you did it intentionally.
Problem with
You're a
boundaries
cruel
or
man.
something like that.
What's that?
Problem with boundaries. Your
Yeah.
terms didn't respect our boundaries.
He just like grabs people's water bottles and drinks out of them, and
If I licked your water bottle, I think that could be an
Yeah.
SBC violation.
yeah, licking to clean things. That's the best thing you can do as a grown-up adult human being.
Yeah.
It's good, especially here where everyone's diseased. I also want to talk about a little bit about yesterday. So, as you all may or may not know, Engadget does the Best of CES Awards not every year, but for the past couple of years. And last night we were choosing the winners. How did that go for you guys? I felt like it was a pretty efficient process this year.
It was much brisker than it was in previous years.
Yeah.
We've had some heated debates in the past in that trailer.
Yeah.
Is it brisker or more brisk?
Brisker.
I have no
Brisker.
idea.
Brisket.
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 That sounds good.
Yeah,
Can we
it
get that
does.
for lunch? Trout has officially lost his mind.
Yeah. Although I like brisket does sound good right now.
It does sound good. It does sound
Right?
good.
Don't you
Yeah.
wish you were at South by Southwest right now?
Yes.
Oh. Anyway, back to non-food related things. We are going to be announcing the Best of CES Awards tonight starting at 5 p.m., I think, right?
Yeah, and we have a special robot co-host this year.
We will be joined on stage, Christopher, myself, and Pepper the robot. So if you want to see a robot do some happy fun time dances, come check us out later this evening for the Best of CES Awards.
I'm excited.
Are y'all showing up for that, or are you going to be out drinking?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Terrence will just be passed out face down in the trailer.
I'm just gonna do one of
Mouth
these,
breathing.
guys.
In a puddle of his own vomit.
All right. So let's talk about some stuff.
Yeah, let's do. So, because there was some cool stuff yesterday. My personal favorite we saw in the video, it led it off. Planetary Resources is a company that has a pretty outlandish business plan. They want to fly into space and mine asteroids. And they've got a lot of problems to solve to make that happen, one of which is they've got to have, there's a lot of equipment and materials that are needed to make that happen, and flying things up from the Earth is very expensive and time-consuming. So if they can manufacture stuff in space, that makes it a lot more of a viable proposition. And we got to see the first thing that was 3D printed using materials not from our world.
What was said thing, by the way? I mean, I saw it, but what?
So it's a model. It's basically a scale model of part of their landing craft, like the Arcid spacecraft that they're building as well. So it's just a model version of that. So it's really just a proof of concept. It's not an actual part that they would use, but it's just basically we can take this material, we can process it in a way that's possible to do in space, and it works to print, a metal object.
This has like potential applications for things like living on Mars and whatnot.
Absolutely. Like it's not just for planetary resources. Like this was going to be a basic problem that everything that we do in space, if we're going to kind of reach out further into the solar system, this is kind of a bedrock thing that has to be figured out. So it's a big deal in that sense. It's not like anything that's going to happen immediately that it's going to affect you or me, but it's an important step.
I mean, it's pretty impressive. I guess the next thing, though, they have to figure out is how to do the 3D printing and the manufacturing in like a zero-gravity environment, right?
Yep. And that's like one of the other things that they said, that it brings its own unique problems, because how do you Like in zero gravity, how do you get the material to stay with each other
Yeah.
or stay attached to each other? But at the same time, as opposed to bringing parts and things up from Earth, which has to kind of survive the intense stresses of liftoff and the gravity well that happens, stuff in space can be built much more delicately. Like if you've ever seen the way solar panels work on the space station, it's like a super thin film that wouldn't be able to survive in Earth's gravity, but because you're in space in zero gravity, it doesn't have to be built nearly as strong to still serve the purposes we need.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very cool. So next up is a kind of a pair of things. It's weird that we're here at CES and we're talking about vinyl and film cameras, but we are. And Kodak finally revealed kind of the prototype of their Super 8 camera, right?
The future. The future.
Yeah, the future is Super 8 film, clearly.
Yeah.
That's where we're going. Screw this digital video stuff, guys. 4K for the birds.
Yeah, are we gonna see a VCR next year?
Oh
God, I
my
hope
God,
not.
please. Best CES ever.
There have
Maybe an
I-
8-track player?
Yeah.
More than other CESs we've been to, there have been these charming retro touches in
Yep.
addition to all the futuristic stuff. And I don't know how to explain that, but it's been fun to cover.
Well, I mean, this isn't even charmingly retro. This is straight up resurrecting dead technology.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't buy Super 8 cameras. Like, they've been gone for a long
You
time.
can buy them. You can buy them in like a
Like a really
eBay
specialty or an eBay thing, but like Kodak hasn't manufactured a Super 8 camera.
I
in a
just
very
wonder,
long
like,
time.
I wonder at this point, like, if we get one of these in to test, like, we get one of these to review, are we gonna have anything to benchmark it against? What if it's the shittiest Super 8 camera ever?
I don't know.
We'd have
Do
no
you know,
idea.
Can we write a very serious review of a Super 8 camera?
I feel
with,
like
with,
we
with
need to.
pros and
Oh, yeah.
cons.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Cons, it's decades old technology.
Cons, I have no idea what a Super 8 camera is.
And also, I don't. Also, this entire article is just a bunch of words because we couldn't figure out how to get the video digitized.
Right? How do you load film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does look cool. I mean, it's got like a retro. I mean, it's an updated camera itself.
Yeah.
Yves Behar is the guy that designed it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks real pretty.
Yeah.
What does he not design? I'm pretty
all
sure
the things.
90% of the stuff at CES was
It's-
designed by him.
Yeah, yeah. It's so true. That guy is everywhere. The other thing. So we talked Super 8. Anybody else have any other thoughts on the Super 8 before we move on?
Cool. That works.
Yeah.
That's good. Enough
The
from
other
me.
thing is the Technics 1200.
Yeah.
That's a
There
record
was a lot of
player.
shit talking about this thing in
There
the
was.
trailer last night.
Was there?
Not last night, the night before. We got a lot of audio files that were like, oh, it's wireless, it's not going to be good enough for my ears.
Were those words you just said?
Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over our neighbors,
Oh,
unfortunately.
sorry. It's wireless. It's not going to be good
No,
enough
no,
for
no,
my
no,
No,
ears.
no, no. It's different.
This one isn't that. This is like a straight throwback. There is no modern.
This is the
that
Technics
was the
tool.
Audio Technica, is what you're thinking.
Yeah.
What was the other thing you said?
Panasonic Technics.
1200. It's like
Maybe there needs to be some differentiation
Yeah.
in the market.
Yeah, the naming could be
Naming-wise.
better.
this is like the industry standard,
Yeah.
like the bar setting
It's this
turntable
thing.
for DJs in like the 70s, 80s. Like this,
So, like-
this kick-started hip hop.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the same
That.
device that
It's
kickstarted
the
hip-hop?
same. As far as I know, it's very minimal changes and updates.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is the one where everybody was like,
They finally brought it back. They discontinued it, and now they've brought the line back, and so everybody's super excited about it.
Yeah.
Cool. But there's like that's kind of it. It's just sort of weird.
Yeah. That we're talking about two things. Like nostalgia. Clearly, nostalgia is a super powerful
Yeah.
buying factor, I think, that companies are figuring out, you know? Just waiting for.
Popples to come
yeah.
back?
Yeah. Popples. Oh, my God.
Glowworms?
So,
Ever seen a glowworm? Anybody want to describe a glowworm to Dana?
a glowworm? I don't know. It was like from the 80s.
Yeah, it had like a light up face. It was like a
And like a soft
glowed.
body.
face, and it had a soft body. And when you squeezed the soft body, the light up face would light up.
Yeah. It basically was like a glowing cartoon caterpillar looking thing.
Okay, Teddy Ruxpin,
Okay, Teddy Ruxpin, I know.
Okay.
and that's
To
a
the
little bit
viewers
more
at home, I was
CES.
born
Yeah,
in the
that
mid
is.
80s.
You
What
were
about
toi-
the 80s?
I was
You were
born
toyless in the
mid
80s?
Are you trying to talk shit?
You
For
guys
the-
were born in the early 80s.
Woman.
There's a difference.
For those that don't know,
Different
Dana
frame
Woman's
of-
pop culture knowledge basically begins and ends at Schwarzenegger movies. Like
That's right. That's right. I forgot. Her whole pop culture kind of frame
it's
of
basically
reference.
all kindergarten cop,
Yeah, if
and
you're
that's
not
it.
an Australian weight builder or Austrian.
There's a reason that I'm not Gadget's
Bodybuilder.
entertainment
Yeah.
editor.
Okay, so there's something else I want to talk about that is bizarre to me. So Samsung kind of revealed several weird products at like their
Not even in their main booth, but
No.
way elsewhere in a different building, different part of the city.
yeah, they were like hiding these things, and it's some of the most interesting stuff that they did.
Yeah.
One of which is a watch band called Tip Talk.
Yeah. So wait, one question. Where is this stuff hiding? Because I went by the Samsung booth yesterday and I saw none of it. And I
Oh,
was
it's,
like,
it's in the sands.
oh, it's in this. Of course, everything
Yeah.
is in the sands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally all the things that are worth seeing are in the sands, unless you're really into giant TVs.
All the interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Seems to be over there.
I guess we're all
Don't tell that to everybody who's standing around here.
Hey guys.
That's why no one's in the audience. They're all over at the sands.
Yeah,
seeing all
that's
the cool
why
stuff.
this is dead.
But so, back to what I was talking about. Tip Talk is
Tip?
this
T-I-P?
TIP.
Okay.
TIP Talk.
'Cause that could be
Two
misinterpreted
capital T's,
multiple ways.
one word. Because you know how they love upper and lowercase capital letters. But the Tip Talk is a watch band that does some limited activity tracking. It like vibrates, can give you notifications from your phone. But it also allows you to literally just put your finger to your ear and you can hear your phone calls once it's paired to your phone.
So you get like a Mariah Carey effect when you're on the phone.
So you can hit the high
I'm down
notes
for
when
that.
you're really just listening to whomever you're talking to.
I feel like that's right up you. That's like
Yeah.
your favorite
Yeah.
thing. That's
To have an
that's crowd
excuse to be
fest
like that
CES.
all the time? Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
And it sounds like magic, but the way it works is through bone conduction. There's very minute vibrations in the band that allows you to just look real cool taking a call with just your finger. I don't know if I really want that, but it's
Well, I mean,
incredible to me.
Here's the thing.
If that's a real
don't you
thing.
think you would get tired of this though? I mean, just
I
as
don't
much
think
as you
you
get
would.
tired of holding a phone against your face. I mean, the novelty wears off eventually.
I mean, here's the thing though. Like, I don't think they're planning for anybody to actually buy this. So the whole idea is that this is like their like weird skunkworks thing, right? So they showed off a bunch of different products and they launched this initiative here,
Yeah.
right? That's what I understand. So this is like them just kind of.
What's the initiative though? I don't think we've gone over that.
Do we have a name for that? I actually don't know if I have the
For
name
the what? Sorry?
Do they have like a name for the initiative?
It's their creative lab.
Creative
Creative
Lab.
Lab. Yeah. And so it's like all these like weird things. There's a belt. There's like a VR control.
belt?
There's a no. They have their own smart belt because
That's-
one smart belt at CES wasn't enough. We
Is
needed a
theirs-
second one.
Is theirs as sophisticated as Belty's?
Well, probably slightly more sophisticated because it will tell you how much fatter you've gotten by monitoring your waistline.
No,
That's
I don't
bad.
want
That
that.
is fucked up.
I do
Isn't
not
it?
want that.
Just you get a notification on your phone. By the way, your waistline's an inch bigger than it was 2 months ago, fat ass.
As if you can't tell, like as if you're not looking in the mirror going, oh
Yeah.
shit.
But now you know exactly how much, so you can be acutely like having self-body image problems. It's good, right?
Well,
Shame.
I don't know.
Shame yourself.
Nothing better than shame
It's the best
to make you
motivator.
lose weight.
It's the best motivator.
Lay off me, I'm starving.
Somebody get Dana donuts stat.
Yeah. She needs
STFU
coffee and
about my
crullers. Oh god. So I mean, so there's the belt. There's also VR controllers that we didn't talk about, which is kind of an interesting design. I don't know how they work, but it's basically like a little U-shaped thing that just wraps around the outside of your palm right that, so you can still actually wiggle your fingers because the controller itself that maps it just wraps around the palm of your hand.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know. But it's interesting. It's like I find that odd that they aren't showing that stuff a part of their booth. It's weird to me that
Not
they.
alongside the Gear VR.
Yeah, like why wouldn't you have all that together? Unless I mean they're doing demos, so it's not like this stuff can't be seen or used.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's an odd choice to me.
I
don't
agree.
know.
Especially because if you do go over to their booth, just like every year, like almost a quarter of the Samsung booth is just empty space, so that everybody can stand in a circle and stare like slack-jawed at their wall of 20 TVs.
Or washers and dryers.
Yeah.
Well, no. There's a whole quarter of the booth that is literally empty space, and it's just like 30 people standing going, TVs. Look at the TVs.
And they literally are muttering that in unison. It's like a chant.
Or like
TVs.
taking photographs of a wall of TVs with their iPads. Which what? Why?
Yeah,
Why?
you're not getting anything out of that.
No, it's just like a big glowing blob. Amazing.
I'm getting more bitter as the week goes on, too, clearly.
Apparently. I hope those are the giant iPads, too, they're using. Has anybody seen anybody taking a picture with one of those things?
No.
Has
with
anybody
the
seen
Pro?
one of those in the wild?
No, I
Yeah.
haven't.
No.
I haven't seen anybody with an iPad. Well, no, that's not true. My sister got one for Christmas.
Has she taken a picture of you with it?
No. Thank goodness. She is not. She doesn't use her iPad for photography, thankfully.
Someone needs to make a selfie stick for iPad Pros.
It would be, you would need like a selfie shoulder harness, dude, to like have that heavy thing at the end of the
Oh,
long pole.
I would totally buy one of those.
Yeah.
Would you?
No, but I would accept it as a gift.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. What,
Ooh, there was
what
some-
else do we have?
Let's.
Do you want to talk about?
Let's
do you
talk
wanna-
about this.
Okay.
Because
go
there's
for
a.
it.
I rather than just talk about gadgets all the time, there was some drama on the floor yesterday, which was pretty fun.
There was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
It was patent drama.
Yeah, the federal marshals raided a booth on the CES floor because
Patents.
patents.
For a one-wheeled skateboard.
Yeah.
Yep,
You know, and I saw something like this go down at IFA, a different trade show.
Really?
that's
yeah.
where it was. I was like, I thought like last year,
It was,
the year
it
before,
was
something
iRobot
similar.
taking on some Chinese company that was
Biting the Roomba.
impostering its robotic vacuum cleaners. And not only did they serve them with this big giant stack of papers on the floor, but they actually sent out a note to journalists beforehand, basically saying, "You want to see some shit go down? You be a
Whoa!
journalist."
Oh, I
You
love
know?
it, dude.
That is some super shade
trying
right
to pop
there.
it.
Wow.
Trying to get the paparazzi
Dang.
out.
Yeah, so that
That's
was
amazing.
interesting. Even at this show, though, people have not been able to see the Haier R2D2 vacuum
Robot,
cleaner.
yeah.
All also because of
Licensing?
similar legal holdups.
So, our deck for that story was maybe the best thing ever. It
What
said
was it?
while they're there, they might want to check out the entire South Hall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which,
Because there are
let's
so
be real.
many copycat products down there.
Yep.
It's amazing.
I mean, there is a whole section of CES that is just filled with knockoff shit.
Stuff that looks like other stuff.
I'm loving all the photos though of the Haier thing that you can only photograph it with the sheet over it, if that. I mean, they wouldn't even let us personally photograph
View
it
it?
with the sheet on top of it. Other outlets got away with it. But it looks kind of like that scene in E.T. where he's going for Halloween with the sheet
Oh,
over
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what the
That's what the-
R2D2 vacuum looks like at CES this year.
So their solution is just to put a sheet over it. That's
Yes.
what. Okay. I don't understand CES anymore. Apparently,
Yeah.
Did you ever?
I thought I did. Clearly, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I'm wrong about most things, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, on that wondrous note, we're actually out of time.
Oh, dang!
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah. So that's it for now, y'all. Stick around. We've got a lot of more interviews and other things happening today. And of course, we're winding up with the Best of CS Awards this evening. So come back and see us, and we will see y'all later. Bye.
Peace.
Yep.